these are going to come together like that. So let's go ahead and glue some of these surfaces. Just want to be very careful that when they bond, they're right where you want them. Get some of that glue cleaned up. Just going to take a paintbrush and clean up some of the glue that's gotten in this top port. Get some of the glue off before it dries on there. Pretty good. It's not bad at all. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is, now that the steeple is done, we have an overall, basically a size of what the two are going to be. This is being the original model. This is our our prototype, and this is what the model will look like. It'll be a little bit taller. So we'll work with this. We'll begin working with this and go from there. Getting the measurements for how tall we want to make the building behind it, which will be about that tall. So let's start that. And to do that, we'll get rid of some of the equipment, get a little cleaned up, and we'll be right back. Okay, what we'll be working with today is what they call a handy panel. Basically, is brown, and what we've done is put a nice white base coat on it, just with some flat white paint. It's a little bit rough, came in a little bit rough, so I'm just going to rub that down a little bit with some steel wool. For whatever reason, the finish was not smooth, or it had a little bit of dust on it, so we just need to get a little bit of that off. This shows you that if you're going to paint something, that it's got to be nice and clean and dust free. So it's not a problem. This is a base coat, and it won't affect the finished product. Actually, a little bit of texture won't be too bad, but we'll get that off of here with the steel wool. we've got is a nice smooth surface to work with. And we want to get a kind of a gauge using this steeple to get an idea of how big we want to make the building itself. And I had initially anticipated doing about a 7-inch base, which will work, and then doing about an 11-inch building, which with the roof it'll be about 10 inches. So our actual building, we want to have about the same height as these bottom pieces, which are 7.5. So we'll do 7.5 by 7, and we'll go ahead and mark these off on here. We'll rip these with the circular saw and make it a lot easier. Now, because this is painted white, it makes a nice surface to work off of